Hello, and welcome to Academic Coaching Presents #screengap. My name is John Zakrowski Jr. I am an academic life coach here at Suffolk University in the Center of Learning and Academic Success. And joining me in real life, not on a screen, but maybe in a screen to our audience members, it's Savannah Markham.
Hi.
Hi, Savannah. Am I pronouncing your last name correctly, by the way?
You are. It's very simple. It's very simple.
All right. Did you ever go by like your last name?
No, that was never a thing. I do not like it.
Can you believe it? We're here.
I know. We've been talking about this for so long.
How excited are you?
I am so excited. Like elated almost, honestly.
Me too. Were you able to sleep?
No.
Oh, seriously?
Honestly,
okay.
It kept me up a little bit, but it was because like I wanted to be like something that not as necessarily perfect, but like really just demonstrates what we want from the podcast, which is something we talk about all the time, but like making it happen in production is like a whole different level, you know?
I do know.
Yeah.
And that's what we're bringing to you. I think we're both very, very excited because of the product that we have for you. And plus, like, we just love having a good conversation.
No, always, always, always.
So what are we going to do today? So I am an academic life coach. So one thing that you should know about me is I love structured time, everybody. Absolutely. So what are we going to be doing today is we're going to quick introductions of ourselves, just like 2 or 3 sentences, right? It's not like if Savannah is a cat or a dog person. I already know what that is. It's a cat person, absolutely. Quick introductions of ourselves. And then we're going to introduce what our vision is for this podcast. I mean, it's called #screengap. It's kind of vague, but we'll fill in the specifics for you, absolutely. And then we're going to go into our topic of the day. We're going to show you our vision of our podcast, which is a journey we hope all of you will take for quite a number of episodes. Does that sound right?
That sounds amazing.
Okay.
That's exactly what we want.
That is exactly what we want. So I'll start with myself. Again, just quick introductions. Again, my name is John Zakrowski Jr. I am an academic life coach here at Suffolk University. My background is primarily literature, and I have a master's degree in creative writing. I have been working here at Suffolk University teaching writing for about 10 years. And then 5 years ago, I took a job here in the Center of Learning Academic Success as an academic life coach. And I've been an academic coach for 5 years. This is a professional staff, and we have all been trained as academic life coaches by the ICF, which is the highest organization. And that's pretty much it. That's all you need to know about me. I do love to watch movies and stuff like that and listen to podcasts. But that's who I am. Savannah, tell the people who you are.
I'm Savannah Markham. I'm a junior here at Suffolk University. I'm a business student. So me being in this podcast is kind of odd because it's very much out of my realm. I met John, of course, through academic coaching. I needed to pull my academic life together. So I kind of, sunk him out. Don't know the word for that. But here I am. I honestly do not love being on camera, but I feel like this is such a great opportunity for me to expand that part of my life. And being a marketing student, I feel like it's probably going to be necessary for my career in the future.
Sounds good. So you don't want to tell them if you're a cat or a dog person?
I mean, you already told them I'm a cat person,
absolutely.
So it's they already know.
So no dogs at all?
No, I don't like dogs.
Okay. All right.
Too much.
I'm kind of a cat person too.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we get along so well. Honestly.
I think that's
I think
part
all
of it.
cat
Absolutely.
lovers just automatically bond.
Oh my God, we should get a t-shirt with that. Absolutely. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so what exactly is our vision for #screengap? One thing that you should know is Savannah actually came up with that name. So, you did, absolutely. So over the summer, I became very, very interested in the idea of how cell phones are affecting education. And once you do that research, oh boy, it is very negative, right? And all of the research and all of the materials are just extremely negative. And I became very interested in that. The thing is, that really isn't my lived experience, right? I don't think we should be looking at cell phones as all negative. Okay. And at the same time, I also became very, very interested in the New York City mayor's race because there was a individual by the name of Zohran Mamdani who rose to the top of the polls in New York City. And the thing is he was 33 years old. And he was getting a lot of credit for his use of cell phones and technology as a way to connect with people. And I thought this was interesting as well, and perhaps we should start having conversations about this. So believe it or not, within the first week of getting back on campus, I met with Savannah. And I told her about this, and we started to talk about ways in which we could, create a forum where we could start having conversations of how cell phones are impacting in life on campus. The thing is, and one thing that you will realize is, listen to Savannah because she's often right. She, as we developed this, she began to say, is just like, John, the way I describe this is just technology. And that's when it really all came together. So what we plan on doing is having a conversation of how technology is affecting student life. And that is including everything: cell phones, social media, AI, in the classroom, connecting in the dorms, any aspect of technology and how it impacts student life in terms of education, connection, how to be, all of those things. The thing is, doing this research, in 2000, there was this guy, apologies, forget his name, but he coined two words. The first word is digital immigrant. And what a digital immigrant is someone like me, somebody who grew up without a cell phone, okay? That's like Savannah was joking with me if I got off my dinosaur when I was at university, but I just did not have cell phones growing up. But Savannah did. And the category that she falls into is a digital native. So these are the two categories. And I think this fits into what I was interested in is a lot of people who have very negative views of technology, perhaps, or of cell phones, might be digital immigrants. But the people who have all of these answers in the very real lived experience would be digital natives. So what we're doing is we have created this podcast to have this conversation. So here in higher ed, we're in higher ed. I'm going to go back to somebody who is talked about quite a bit, and that is the philosopher by the name of Socrates, who just 2,500 years ago, he just asked the question is, how do you live a good life? And the question that we want to explore, one of the questions is, how do you live a good life on campus with all of this technology? And that's what the conversation we're going to have. Does that sound about right?
Sounds perfect.
Okay.
It's a task.
It is a huge task, but I think we can absolutely do it. And the thing, one of the reasons that I wanted to have this conversation with Sven is, oh my God, has a great point of view and is not afraid to share it, which I really, really appreciate it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's it. So that's pretty much what we hope to achieve in these next, oh my God, years?
Yeah.
Years?
For the rest of our lives,
That's
literally.
it to talk about. So I hope you join us on this journey. Okay?
Yeah.
So we'll get to it?
I guess so.
So again, love structured time. Absolutely love structured time. So what we plan on doing is having a topic for every single episode. And we're going to engage in that conversation in that topic. But this is this is brought to you by Academic Life Coaching. And I want to show you is how this topic, the Center for Learning and Academic Success, can help you explore this idea. I think a lot of people have this idea about academic life coaching that it's just about time management and goal setting. And that is a part of it. But it's a little bit more as well in terms of, I think the best idea of it, it's kind of like sports psychology, where sports psychologists work with athletes so they can lead the most successful life that we have. So in every single episode, there's going to be a little bit of just how our topic is related to academic coaching. I, being a digital native, I might have a question. I talked to Savannah about this. John has a question, so I might have a question about technology that she,
I might have an answer for.
Absolutely, and that's it. That's going to be our episodes. Sounds okay.
Yes.
So we'll get started.
Yeah, let's start.
It's the first one.
I know.
You feel good so far?
I feel amazing, honestly.
All right. Well, that might end right now. So Savannah and I, the first episode that we have for you is a list, a top 6 list, everybody, that we believe are the top topics when it comes to technology in student life here on campus. I am going to give you a little bit behind the scenes here. I sent Savannah my list, and then she sent it back, and oh my God, her list is so much better than mine. I'm just going to tell you. so much better than mine. But we'll let them decide. Absolutely.
Wait, so how are we gonna do this? Do we want to go back and forth, or do you want to do your whole list? I do my whole list.
Great. And do we want to go from like 6 to 1 or 1 to 6?
Cause I did. Well, did you like rank yours, or did you just put a list? Cause I just made a list.
I rank everything.
Oh, okay. So
absolutely.
you see, just very structured. Cause I just put something in the paper, and I was like, okay, send it in.
So so that makes it more interesting. Yeah. Yes.
Student perspective.
I think we should go back and forth.
Okay.
Okay. Because we are going to engage in like a little conversation. Is because like. I am not. Your list is very interesting. Your list is very interesting.
I feel like I just went like for the social aspects of like technology in classes. You know, I think you went for more of like the academic side, but I feel like because you're a professor, that's how you look at it. It's like the digital.
Immigrant?
Yeah, immigrant is
versus digital
exactly,
native?
Because I'm looking at it from being in it, you're kind of looking at it from the outside. So
that's it.
Yeah.
Well, we are in the podcast world right now, and
we
what they say, what makes for like good podcasts is when like the hosts don't exactly agree on everything. Mm-hmm. I guess that means we're just gonna have the best.
We're just gonna have to argue
ever.
Straight up.
That's it. Okay. Keep it clean though, please. So I am gonna go from 6 down.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna start from 1 and then go up to 6 then.
Of course, you would have to do that. Absolutely. I'll go first.
Okay.
All right. So it might be a little bit controversial to my fellow educators out there, and I'm really interested to hear what like Savannah has to say this. But I would have to say number 6 for me, a topic that I want to talk about is just almost like a non-embrace of technology in the classroom. I truly believe that don't get me wrong, you want to have like an old-fashioned dialogue. I am all for that. It's just like learning right now can be very dynamic. And I believe that what students like really are used to is that dynamic aspect when it comes to almost everything in their life. I feel everything in a student's life is very interactive. And I think that's super positive. And I just believe that I'm a little bit worried that there perhaps might not be everyone's on the same page that, embracing technology a little bit more in the classroom would be super beneficial.
100%.
Oh, you do notice that?
Yeah, because I feel like the thing with classes is the first thing you notice is your professors kind of like look on technology. There's certain classes, luckily I've not had them, where like they're completely no technology, paper, pencil. I hate classes like that. Personally, like we've been using computers since I don't even know when. I think I got my first Chromebook in 6th grade. We've always been like taught to use technology. And so going from that, like from middle school up and then going into college and they're like, oh, you need a notebook and a pencil. I haven't used a notebook and a pencil since I don't even know when. Like I have the iPad, I have my laptop, I have Apple Pencil. Everything is like on technology. And so I feel like that's such a like, don't want to call like professors backwards, but it's a backwards like way to look because when you get into the workforce, you're going to use more technology. You're going to have to use computer. You're going to have to use phones. You're going to have to use these apps and stuff. And so like, why would we not use them in class where you're learning skills to use in your career? Like it doesn't really add up in my opinion. I don't know. What is like your like technology like rule in your classrooms? Because I know you teach a class now, I think.
Right? I absolutely do. So we might want to like set up a jar on campus here. On our set right here. So like, every time I mention I teach a class on friendship, I have to put $1 in it. Yeah. Absolutely. You should like absolutely like get used to that. So I teach a class on friendship here in our creativity and innovation department. So the way that I incorporate technology is all notes are through Google pages, right? It's just like, that's it. There's no more writing on the board for me, only because like probably like, people can't read.
Yeah, let me see from the back. Oh. I was gonna say people can't see from the back of the classroom, but
that's it.
Yeah.
But I also incorporate like in that class, because it's creativity and innovation, some of the assignments are just, you have to create videos, right? And it's just like basic things like that. I want students to become more comfortable being on camera and talking things through that. I will get into a little bit more of like the classroom of how that's run. But I believe that PowerPoint should be more dynamic, including 100%. Showing like video.
Yes, because my biggest pet peeve is when a professor just has a PowerPoint and you just read through it and then the next slide, because I could do that from my dorm in my bed. Like, I feel like if you're in class, I feel like the issue with those professors is that they don't like that students are on technology instead of listening to their lectures. But like my opinion is that if your lecture was engaging enough, we wouldn't be in our laptops. Because I've had some classes with amazing professors where I have my laptop on my phone. I'm not on the entire class because the class is so intriguing to me that like I don't feel a need to. But if you're just reading off a PowerPoint, then like why would I pay attention? Because again, I could leave and go do that at home. And so it's like, not what am I paying you for, but like I could do that myself,
I absolutely love that. And why can't the answer be like, oh, why can't our understanding of like learning in the classroom grow, right? Yeah, that's it.
Or even have a blend of both, because there can be like segments where, hey, let's not use technology at all and let's like interact with our classmates, but also, hey, let's use tech to maybe answer the survey, to do a Kahoot, like stuff like that. Like there's a way to mix both. It shouldn't be black or white, like, but I think a lot of professors have a hard time trying to like mix the adding technology in with like standard like classroom, not procedure, but like standards, I guess.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear yours. So that was my number 6.
Yeah.
So we're going to do your number 1?
Yeah, exactly.
All
So
right.
my number 1 is that it makes it like harder and more like denormalized to socialize on campus. So the way I thought of this is like on the first day of class, right? You kind of think, okay, you're getting to class. I don't know how everybody picks out their seating. I always sit in the front because I like to pay attention. But when I first started college, I would always sit next to people that like I thought I'd be like friends with or like cool with, And so the issue is though, is when you like try to sit with those people, you then have to sit there and like determine, hey, like should I start a conversation with this person? They're on their phone. Or like, should I just like wait till the lecture starts, And so I feel like because it's so normalized, like you get in class, you're immediately on your phone until your professor says, hey, class is starting. And so it's just like, it makes it scarier to talk to other people because you don't know if they're open to that or if they're going to be irritated because they're trying to like scroll on their Instagram before class starts and you're bothering them, And then there's the whole thing that people have in their AirPods in where it's like, if someone has their AirPods in, don't make them take it out. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like we need to be more social on campus because that's another reason why people struggle with making friends in that like socialization aspect is because of phones.
I told you her list was
that was a little
awesome.
Loaded, my fault.
That was, but the one thing that I absolutely love that I don't think any educator is thinking like through that lens, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was just really refreshing to hear. Oh my God, when like a student is going in, like they're actually like confronting ideas like that, and it's only because of like phone use, and it's
like a conscious thing now where you have to really like wonder, not only is it like, okay, is this like person nice, but also like, are they gonna be mad because I'm taking them off their phone for a minute,
God.
It's scary, actually.
I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My number 5. Mm-hmm. And even so, we might have a little bit of a conversation here, but while, and I'm going to be completely honest, I really have no problem using their phones inside the classroom, right? It's just like, and we'll get to this and maybe explore it in other ways. It's just like, we don't have that boundary yet that separates the phone. So if like somebody goes on their phone for like 2-3 minutes, I'm kind of like okay with that.
Yeah.
And in incorporating technology in the classroom, I think of like using the phone because my number 5 is, sorry, Savannah.
Oh, I'm scared.
It is the use of laptops in the classroom. You cannot multitask. I'm sorry, you can't do it.
I feel like there's 2 sides to that. Because on one hand,
let's hear it. Yes.
This is my thing, right? Is that you don't want to send our laptops, but everything for this school is on your laptop. So let's say like, okay, I have an urgent email because I have like a work study job. And so I have an urgent email I have to respond to. I can't just sit here and write it. I have to go on my laptop. And then it's like, I can't tell the professor like, hey, I'm not like on Instagram right now, like I'm responding to an email. But it's like, if everything on campus and like necessary to your like academic journey is on your computer, how can we not use our computer during class? And you could argue that we're not supposed to contact other people while we're in the lecture, but like things come up, I'm just saying. That's my side.
I am and I am open to that conversation.
Yeah.
I am absolutely open to that conversation because you do bring up good points.
Yeah.
The one thing, and even going back to like the first part of like embracing technology, I mean like having your laptop is like a way to embrace technology. Exactly. And I acknowledge that. My fear is we're not paying attention to like what's going on.
That's fair.
I'm
not gonna lie, because sometimes it gets distracting because like the person 3 like rows ahead of you is like playing like Dress to Impress on Roblox, and now I gotta see how they're doing in like the fashion show. So honestly, I can see both sides of that because it definitely depends on the student and like what they're doing on their computer. But I feel like, I guess there's no way like as a professor for you to like deviate the people who are actually like paying attention and like maybe responding to something versus the people who are like, playing Minecraft in the background. So I get it from your perspective, but at the same time, it's like, I don't think it's fair when there's so many things that require me to be on my laptop that like I can't not be on it, I don't really get that much of a choice.
So maybe like episode 8, we come back and explore this because
100%.
because
yeah.
I so one thing, we're not gonna lie to you. I see what you're saying. Absolutely.
see?
I do see what you're saying. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Or even like when we have class registration, it's during class half the time, and I'm like, so am I
Yeah,
not supposed to be on
and
my
you need
computer?
your laptop.
Which I feel like that's honestly like a really poor choice on like the school's part. But like stuff like that, it's like time sensitive. You have to be on your laptop, but at the same time, from the outside perspective, it doesn't look great when I'm like typing and like cackling at my computer, but I'm writing an email back to like one of my group mates, you know?
Okay. What's your
So I
number
get
two?
that.
Yeah. What's your number two?
My number two is that, and I guess this is kind of like against my fellow students, but I feel like technology in a way can make us a little bit more like entitled. And like,
Yeah. What do you mean? What does that mean? Yes.
okay, so like I love watching a TikTok story time. Like that is one of my favorite ways to pass time. And a lot of them are like, oh, my professor, you know, I turned in this assignment perfectly and I got a 0 because my professor said that this assignment was wrong because I used material from maybe this segment instead of this segment. And so it's like, because you see so many different stories of where the professor is actually incorrect online, maybe like your professor made you do an assignment you didn't like. So now you're like, huh, like they're trying to set me up for failure. I should go to the dean about this, you know? And it makes students like more, not sensitive, but it's like, how would you even describe that? I don't know how to explain it, but you just feel like a victim. It almost gives us a victim complex that like professors are here to like destroy our lives, and like there's a couple who may be here to like, you know, mess up your life. But in general, like professors want to see you win, and because of like all the victim mentality online, sometimes it makes you feel like you're also a victim.
That is so interesting to hear. So the expectation, right? The expectation that students are getting from like TikTok and like social media can make them feel a little bit more entitled as to
It just feels like we need to be catered to more. That's my thing.
I had no idea.
I feel like guilty of it sometimes because I have to like sit down and be like, okay, well, why am I irritated with this professor? Is it because I don't like the assignment, or is it because like this assignment's literally just not well done? And there's been times where it's like, okay, well, I just really hate writing, and then there's times where I'm like, you know, this assignment is like genuinely really poorly written. So it takes a second for you to like introspect, I guess, and like look at yourself and determine like, am I wrong or are they wrong? But because of social media, I feel like you always think the student is like the victim.
Episode 9. That is, I want to have that conversation because like that expectation, like how social media is determining expectations of university students.
Yeah, or in real life in general, honestly.
Yeah, seriously though.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My number 3. We might be quick. This because it might just like be a personal thing here. But Savannah, I absolutely dislike how we talk about AI.
100%.
Right?
100%.
Exactly. I am, so first off, I just want to say I am 100% convinced that the majority of students use AI to learn. I really want to be that. Like, okay, cheating might be going on, but I really do believe the majority of students are using AI, right? But what annoys me a little bit more is if we can get a little bit real, ChatGPT is a toaster that does pattern recognition. You're not talking to it. Like you're not talking to ChatGPT. You're not using it as a therapy. And, you know, language creates reality, right? Language creates reality. And so this, like the way that we talk about AI is going to be very, very important. And the one thing that I want to veer away from is let's stop giving it like human like qualities. Because you know why? It's not human. It's a very powerful tool that I do not want to avoid. But the way that we talk about it kind of annoys me.
Yeah, first of all, I 100% agree with, like, I don't know why people are giving AI a personality is the weirdest thing. I just watched a video about it last night. My sister is actually, she's named her ChatGPT. She has a name.
This
it
is
has
a
a
thing?
personality.
Stop it.
It's so bad. Like, and I'm just like, it's my own family too. And I'm like, what are you doing? But in general, I feel like AI is such a great tool, but at the same time, it's so eager to help people. It's like almost too eager. And what I mean is like, I love to use AI to learn, but like there's a difference between using AI to learn and AI to cheat. And it's a very thin line because let's say like last night I was writing a PowerPoint and I wanted to tell me what was wrong with my PowerPoint. But the thing is it'll tell you what's wrong and it'll tell you exactly how to fix it and it will give you a perfect example. And I'm like, okay, the telling me what's wrong part, that's perfect because if you like turned in an assignment, your professor would give you something back with a rubric and tell you what you did wrong. But it doesn't tell you exactly how to fix it. And so now I have to be like, okay, chat, please do not tell me what to do. Just tell me what the issue is. That way I can fix it on my own time and learning it myself without you telling me how to do it. And that's where you have to like draw that line.
Right on.
It's like right there.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Don't name your ChatGPT,
Please
everybody.
don't. And do not use it as a therapist. It will tell you anything and everything is correct. It loves you.
Like,
by default.
let's stop calling it a therapist.
Yeah, it's not.
Yes.
It's not. It's
Yeah.
not.
Is me calling it a toaster with pattern recognition, is that okay?
I think that's acceptable. Now, like in 10 years when it comes back to get you, I can't help you. So that's up to you.
I'm the first to go. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your number 3?
All right, number 3 is just the romanticizing college, because on TikTok you see the most aesthetic like pictures. Fall in Boston, it's like people studying, their notes are in different colors, they're on Notion, they have this pretty little Google Calendar. In school it's not like that whatsoever. I thought like college was gonna be like this perfect, like you're gonna like come into college, you're gonna have this big friend group, you guys are gonna go out, it's gonna be so fun, you'll have Friday nights studying in the library. None of that is true. None of it. It's so hard. It's not even that it's so hard. It's just that when you have that mentality going in that it's going to be this perfect, beautiful life, and then you get there, everything feels 20 times harder than it actually is. And it's like, if you didn't have that mind space coming in, you'd be fine. But because you think it's going to be sunshine and rainbows, it just feels like such a like steep drop when you get to it, and it's not like that, and you're like burnt out every 5 seconds, you know?
That again, social media sets up these expectations,
It does.
right? Everyone, being a student is hard.
So hard.
It's not easy, but that doesn't mean we need to despair, right? That's why these support services
That's why we
exist.
have academic coaching.
That's it. Exactly. Like being a student has like challenges, and if the presentation of it is just, oh my God, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
When you face the challenges, you might.
And there's times where it's so fun. Like I love studying with my friends. It's such a great thing. But there's also times where you need to lock in. You're like gonna have to like just disappear from everybody, like drop off the face of the earth for like 5 days to study. And that's also okay. It's like both sides. It's like yin and yang, literally, with like school. But it's just making sure that you come in with the correct mindset that everything isn't gonna be perfect. And at the same time, not everything's gonna be horrible. You know, I wouldn't say like be optimistic, but just come in realistically, honestly. And don't get all your advice from like TikTok. It's not true. They lie a lot.
Can I tell you something? I'm a little bit weary of the phrase locked in. Why? Yeah.
That's such a great phase.
Is it?
Yes, I love being locked in. It's so great.
Will you allow me just like 30 seconds of digression?
Sure.
So we usually use that for like focus and school, right?
Yeah.
Gotta lock in. Is there any other group in society that we lock in?
Like criminals?
Thank you. Yeah.
I see what you're saying, but like
absolutely.
That's such a jump. I can't actually support that.
You're gonna get
like I
behind
see
that?
what you're saying, but like you're making it way worse than it actually is. Like I feel like locking in just means being mentally like locked into your assignment so that you're just doing that. And now that I'm saying it, the more I think about it,
is it a nefarious way to
I will
connect
never say you're
working hard with? Yeah.
I'm not gonna say you're right. I'm gonna say you might have a point.
Episode 11,
I see
maybe?
it. We were just writing all the episodes.
I know.
We skipped 10. No, we got 8, 9.
Well, yeah, because this one, yeah. Okay. We might have like hit on this a little bit, but my number 4 is what role technology plays in connecting students. And that's actually like episode 3, so we can probably like wait to like get to that. But I did have to put this because it is my like top 6. But I am so interested, and I've learned so much already of just like this idea of like the role of technology in connecting like students. But I think that's a huge part of technology on campus.
Yeah, I feel like I won't get too much into it because we're gonna come back to it.
Sure.
But just networking in general, like I feel like when you're networking with students nowadays, like I don't know if it's just because I'm a junior now and I'm like higher up in like that scale, but like you're always sharing your Instagram with everybody and you're always sharing your LinkedIn, and like every interaction is just like a networking opportunity. Maybe you're like at a party sharing your like Instagram with people, or maybe you're in class sharing your LinkedIn, but like I will say in general, it keeps us more connected, but it could be a bad thing depending on how you look at it.
But I love what you said, and that's why we want to have these conversations, because technology isn't all bad, right? It's just like, okay.
Both sides.
We will get to it, absolutely.
All right, number 4 is like my biggest pet peeve of like my whole educational career and being a business student, and it's LinkedIn. I hate LinkedIn. I think as someone who already doesn't love social media, LinkedIn has got to be like the worst possible like app I've ever seen. Like I already don't like social media, and then it's social media and work. So that means that now you have to, it's just so performative. It's like, oh, I just went to this event and I learned these 5 things and I'm gonna take this and use this in my career in this. And it's like, I promise you those 5 things I said in my LinkedIn post, I did not learn. I was not paying attention to that panel and I was just there to take pictures and leave. And it's just like, I don't know why we feel the need to be so performative in every aspect of our lives, where it's like, okay, like in your personal life with Instagram and like posting the beach and stuff, like that's cool. But then it's like in the workplace, I don't want to also have to like create this persona. Like I just want to be myself, go to work, do my 9 to 5, come home. That's it. I don't want to have to come post on LinkedIn after telling you guys what I learned and about all my fails and stuff. It's just, it adds so much to an already like difficult career that why? Just why?
I love that. Absolutely. And just like a really great point, because one of the toxic aspects about social media that we'll probably get into is this performative aspect. And now that it's moved over to like LinkedIn, because there was a while like LinkedIn was like the
Really?
favorite. Oh,
I don't know,
really
because I just got here. So I don't know anything about the past.
But it's just like, right, I can like chart it out where it's just like, you know, Facebook terrible, Instagram terrible. It's just like, but at least it was like LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But now,
LinkedIn.
now the backlash to LinkedIn, and
Yes.
you're leading the charge. But
Yeah,
like, that's
and
it.
then the other thing I forgot about is that like I always say comparison is a thief of joy, and it is 10 times worse when you have LinkedIn, because I tell you, like when I'm a junior and I'm fighting for my life to get this unpaid internship, and then I see a freshman with a paid internship at like Fidelity, like it hurts. And it's like you try to like let it go, but it's like at the same time it makes you question like where am I in my career? Am I not doing enough? Am I doing too much? Am I not posting enough? It just adds like so many more insecurities. And when you're already like a student working a job, working an internship, it's just like, at what point am I doing enough? But in reality, like these other students, they have connections. So it's like, for me, like I didn't come from somewhere where like, you know, my dad owns a company or something. But like when you see these people online who have these great internships, you don't realize, well, they had connections. Their dad is like friends with like the CEO of like, I don't know, this company. Or maybe they met someone at that company before. You don't see the background. You just see where they have these super impressive titles and stuff. And you're like, why can't I do that? And I'm technically past them in my career, you know?
I do. Okay.
It's so bad.
So our vision of this podcast was half an hour's. And the reason why we did 6 is we were a little bit worried we won't have enough time. But I mean, like once we start gabbing, I mean, it's just like, forget about it.
Just yappers,
so,
truly.
Just to move this, we'll just do 5.
Yeah,
all right?
okay.
We'll do our last ones. So I saved number 1, and this is my number 1. This is my number 1. And I work with students all the time. Savannah, I teach a class on friendship.
Really?
And this comes up all the time.
Guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's acceleration of expectation. Students really believe that everything is going to happen as soon as possible. Why don't I have my best friend after like 2 weeks, right? Why don't, like everything is just sped up for them only because that's their world in. Like, oh my God, if you wanted to get something from, Greece, you get it in 24 hours, right? If you wanted to book a trip to New York City, you could map it out and just like book it right now. Information, products, everything is accelerated, right? But unfortunately, human beings haven't caught up with that. You know what I mean? Working with human beings is tricky. Like building trust is tricky, and it like takes time. And the more that I work with like students, I recognize just this, again, back to like expectations, that everything is just gonna be so quick in dealing with like other human beings that I just want to be like, slow down, right? Slow down. But that message is hard to get across when we live in this technological space where everything is just like so quick.
Yeah.
But human beings don't work that way. Learning about human beings, working with human beings, that stuff just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it's like,
it's number 1 for me.
Everything is so instantaneous now, like Amazon Prime, 2 days. Like if I want to see a movie, I don't have to go to the movie theater. I can find it on Netflix. It's like we're so used to everything moving so fast and having everything like at our like will, that when it comes to real life, like you said, like it does not move like that. Like freshman year of college, I'm like, why don't I have my big friend group? I was 2 weeks in. I hadn't met anybody. Like it's like things like, you have to create a bridge between not just technology, but like online and like real life. Because yes, online, like people show, oh, they met all these people and they're already like the head of this club within a month and this. But like these things, first of all, they did not happen that quickly. You're watching their like 60 seconds of their life, in which that was filmed over like 6 months. But also just in real life, like it takes time to develop relationships. It takes time to make friends. It takes time to meet people. It takes time to get good at things, even that. Like I feel like in a way, it's almost technology and the social media has killed hobbies, because everybody expects to be great at something as soon as they start it. I've been crocheting for 5 years. I just got good at it, like genuinely. But if I looked on social media where I see someone went from doing the most basic stitch to like making sweaters in like 3 months, I would feel like crap because I think I'm not good at it. When in reality, it's just online, everything looks so much faster than it actually is.
We will absolutely come back to that topic.
We're coming back to everything.
That's it.
Really.
What's your number one?
My number 5, really.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's one of like the most like socially things I'm aware of now, and that's everybody's scared of being recorded now. And so
this is so
it's
good.
So bad.
You're so right about this.
We were just talking about like meta glasses, how now it's like there's people where they're wearing glasses and you can cover like the little light that shows that they're recording. And like you could be having a conversation with someone, think it's completely private, and then see it on social media the next day. Like my worst fear is like doing something dumb outside and then seeing it on TikTok the next day. Because the other thing is that the people online act like the people in these videos are not real people, and they leave the most horrendous comments, which from the outside, I'm not gonna lie, they're funny. But like if you're that actual person and you're watching a TikTok of yourself like tripping outside and the comments are like lighting you up, like you're gonna feel horrible, you know? And so it's like, it keeps people from just being, I guess, more like extroverted in a way, or just being like that prankster or doing something funny. And I'm not saying we should do like really bad stuff, but at the same time, it's like, it keeps you from doing things you actually wanna do just because you don't wanna see yourself on TikTok the next day. Like that's my worst fear, genuinely.
I have had conversations with students about that exact topic, and it's heartbreaking. Because exactly, I don't think people will dance in public anymore because they're afraid like it'll look silly, right?
Like
exactly.
Even at like places where you're supposed to dance, like clubs and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a whole topic on like the death of like the death of club culture because people are afraid of dancing because everything is recorded.
Go dancing.
Like why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't even like dancing and it's fun. It's just I'm scared of being recorded, literally.
Do you think the audience wants to see me dancing to French pop music from 5 years ago?
I promise you, you don't.
All right.
Sorry. Respectfully.
Okay.
We love you, John.
Okay. That would be very embarrassing. Okay. So I just want to like, in wrapping up here, just two segments that we want to have. I just want to like make this appeal or just like this understanding. Academic life coaching can help you explore these topics. Academic life coaching, if you want to sit down, yes, we can like look at like time management, but how to manage our expectations, why we are disappointed on like certain like aspects. Academic coaching can absolutely help you to walk through these things. And we are here for you, and I hope you reach out to us. Okay. The second thing that we want to end on is just like, because I am a digital immigrant and Savannah's a digital native, I just have some questions. And it might be like a little bit in the social media aspect space, but 2 minutes. Explain TikTok to me. Explain TikTok. Yeah,
Stop,
exactly.
That's so much.
Okay.
I don't know.
You only got 2 minutes.
Do I have to like explain from like textbook definition? Or
why should I be on TikTok?
Why should you be on
So
TikTok?
the answer is, John, you should not be on TikTok.
You know, John, you might not want to be on TikTok. Like, you know, if you want to like dance to like your French songs, that might be a good place for that. Okay. I think that you would get a lot of views from that.
Okay.
But I think that if you want to maintain like the ability to watch movies and TV shows without going on your phone, do not go on TikTok, because the worst part is the fact that all the like videos for the most part are 30 seconds or shorter. And so it kills your attention span because your brain is so used to seeing like 20 million different videos within 20 minutes that like when it comes to sitting down watching a show that's like a long term kind of thing, or like God forbid a movie, it's so hard to watch because your brain is like, okay, well, what's the next thing? Why are we still talking about the same topic? Next, you know? Okay. But you know, I don't think TikTok would hurt you. I think everything within, what is it? What's the phrase for it? Within,
I wish I could help you out here.
I don't know. Within
that.
Yeah, you know, everything within. Let's just go with that.
Okay. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us for our first episode today.
I know.
Absolutely.
One of many.
One of many. Please join us on our social media accounts. You'll probably see it on screen. You can catch us where you listen to podcasts. If you want to watch us, you can catch us on various outlets as well. We'll have all of that information for you.
Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for joining us today.